Well, welcome. I want to welcome everybody tonight. This is Open Mic Monday, and we are about to start the show. So I want to welcome everyone to ELD TV Fishing Adventures. Tonight, we are reaching out across the nation. We are connecting together us. So my brothers, my sisters, fishermen, hunters, outdoorsmen, fishing ladies. Welcome to the open mic night of ELD's TV, Wake the Fish Up podcast. And how I started off every night, every Monday, we wake the fish up.
Wake the fish up, man. Wake the fish up, man.
Fish up.
You just got to wake the fish up. You just got to wake the fish up. Wake up. You just got to.
Wake up, Los Angeles. Wake up, California. Wake up, fishing family. It's ELD fishing. Wake the fish up. It's going down on Tackle Box Talk with ELD Fishing. Yes, y'all. We are back, ready to wake the fish up. And without any further ado, let me bring my man, my co-host. You know him, Mr. Lake Legends. I call him Mr. Reliable. Inside the Billy, Mr.OhRealay. What's up, James?
Salute. And I like the intro. I hope y'all heard it again. Wake the fish up. Yeah, we in the Billy. Let's go.
We got to wake them up. So how are you doing today, man? How are you doing?
You know, it's Monday, and, last Monday was exciting. It was good. But when you called me earlier and said, this is nationwide. We got visibility all over. You got a few confirmations that they want to be on, and some say they couldn't. But I got more excited because it ain't nothing cooler than hanging out anyway, talking about something with your folks and people commenting, ain't nothing like this anyway. But tonight I'm a little more excited than usual. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, man, I'm excited. The goal of this open mic night is, we've been going through reaching out to people, man, whether it's from Northern California, Southern California. We've been touching other states, but the goal that I'm trying to do is connect with our people, man. I'm trying to connect. I don't care if it's Mississippi. I want to talk to somebody from Alabama. We want to know tonight is Texas in the house. A couple of shows ago, we had Dwayne Murphy from Fishing the Fit, and Virginia was in the house. We're gonna have Indiana coming up in the house. We're trying to do a connection, man, that's special. And we got our first person up right now, and that's man, Captain Greg's in the house. You ready for him?
Yes, sir.
Ready to bring him on? Here we go. Let's bring number one up. Open mic night. We want to know Captain Greg in the house. Captain Greg, how's it going?
It's good, gentlemen. How y'all been?
Good, brother. Good.
Man, I'm glad. Once again, thanks for the invite.
Man, you got it.
Let me. So you from Virginia, right, brother?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
So Captain Greg, how does one get a title like that? I had one boat. I know I didn't deserve to be captain. It's gone. So tell us a little bit about the way you got to be a captain. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So my story it's a little unordinary. So for the most part, I'm coming from the military. So on my way out after doing about 10 years as an Army officer, I had pretty much choose what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So while I was in Hawaii, I got the idea pretty much to plant the seed to start my own charter company. And then from there, went through the Merchant Mariners course, which in Hawaii is like 6 months long instead of the typical 2-week course. And then got my credential, 6, 7 months later, after a series of other tests such as like radio etiquette, towing, and just CPR, things to that nature, just to make sure that everything's a go as far as having people on board your vessel. And then from there, it's pretty much all she wrote. Been building ever since.
Let me ask you a quick question. You have to take that course before you even buy a boat, right? Because you want to be a charter, or do you have to have a chartered boat?
So you got to have sea time before you take the course. So you got to be on boats. You got to be comfortable getting out like your like they call them hours. So you need like a certain number. You're just being out there at sea. But as far as you getting the credential before buying a boat, no, you just got to get the credential prior to you charging people to actually go out for your services.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. So once I got that that credential, that pretty much opened doors for like commercial entities. Like I'm credentialed up until I want to say right now 250 tons. So that's like a cruise ship. Like I'm credentialed to operate cruise ships, if I choose to do so. But for me, the passion was really fishing. So it pretty much was a easy path to deciding to start their own charter, and then from there running it. But ever since going hot in 2017, we've been able to establish places or branches in Hawaii, Louisiana. Texas is our newest one that we're opening up in here, of course, in Virginia.
What is the name of your company?
Oh, so we're I'm the owner and operator of Drag Taker Fishing Charter. And as I mentioned, we're branching out. We're in Hawaii, we're in Louisiana, we're in Texas, we're here in Newport News, Virginia, and hopefully we'll be able to make it out to California here pretty soon. But we'll see.
Definitely. Well, I'm gonna say you were in the military. First of all, thank you for your service.
Oh man, I appreciate
big
it.
up, man. Hey, man, they got to shoot down balloons and a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah, them boys getting active.
Let's keep it real, man. Let's keep it real. Protect the nation and protect the fishing waters and the people. Man, much respect. Much respect.
Absolutely.
Much respect. Yeah. And
I appreciate it.
So I've talked to you before, but like you just said, you just mentioned Hawaii. You done a lot of fishing in Hawaii, and I got a little interest in Hawaii, man. I got a little interest in Hawaii. I got an upcoming trip to do a little fishing out there, and we're gonna be waking the fish up. You
gonna
waking
enjoy
the fish up in Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii was where we cut our teeth. We really learned how to catch our pelagic species there. Like the bluefin, the mahi-mahi, the swordfish, the marlin, the ono or the wahoo, and like that's where we really learned how to, not only match the hatch, but the importance of presentation. Because out there that water is super clear. So blue that it's clear. So like anything that's unnatural, will set them fish off. So paying attention to presentation and how everything looked, and how everything swam in the water, being dependent on like the current conditions, how fast you were going. Yeah, all that stuff came into play, and trial and tribulations through going and failing, and building your way up to being successful taught me a lot.
Okay, man. Listen, hey, can you stick around with us for a while?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here.
Please, man, stick around for a while. I want to give a shout out, man, to this guy right here that just said, "Hello, my brothers." We got Illinois in the house. That is Gordon O'Neill from
O'Neill.
That's my man, Gordon O'Neill.
Illinois
down there. He's doing. We got Jeff Young, who just popped up. Got Los Angeles in the house.
Yeah.
So since we have our buddy on here from Virginia, Captain Greg.
Yes, sir.
There's somebody I'm gonna bring in next, and this guy right here, man. Who he is? You've heard me use the term certified slayer. Man, this
Yep.
brother right here
Yes,
is
indeed.
certified with capital letters. And
Hey.
before I even bring it, let me just pull up a few pictures of this guy right here. This man, I'm gonna tell a story once he came over here. I just went fishing. Rick Kinsey is his name. He's waiting. Rick, hold on one second. I just went out fishing a couple of weeks ago. I went to the trout trap. You know, I went to Santa Ana River Lakes, and you know, they had a little tournament there, fishing for trout, and I caught no trout. I ended up leaving with 2 nice catfish, and I'm gonna play this little video right here, and then we're gonna bring my man Rick on. And this is from Santa Ana River Lakes where I was at. And I tried to get there to wake the fish up. The trout was asleep. But this man right here definitely did something in a big way, and we are going to talk about that. We'll be right back. So you want to know how I wake the fish up? Do you really want to know how I wake the fish up? Then you need to check out ELD TV live on Mondays, the Wake the Fish Up podcast with ELD Fishing. Wake up to ELD Fishing. Ain't no strikeouts, ain't no playing. Holla at your boy. That's right, holla at your boy.
Nice. You got what you came for. At least you got, well, you came for the trout, but you know, nobody want to go home.
I came for the trout, and I left with the 2 catfish. And now let me bring this guy on here because he gonna tell the story. Rick Kizzy, without any further ado, what's up, my man?
Wake the fish up, brothers. Wake the fish up.
Rick, how you doing, brother?
What's going on?
Hey, Rick, you know why? Listen, I had to show them little tiny 2 catfish I caught. And I'm going to let you tell this story right here. Listen, you got to tell the story right here.
You ready?
So, Rick, I'm going to tell the story, Rick.
All right,
and I'm going to show the fish while you telling the story. Go ahead.
All right. So I had my day off on Monday, so I decided I was going to go down to Santa Ana River Lake and catch me some trout. And, you know, the only reason I was going to catch me some trout is because I like using trout guts for catfish. So I was going to get some trout to use for catfish. So I wake up early on Monday morning, start heading out. Now, mind you, check this out. So I'm halfway to the lake. I'm about 20 minutes down the road, halfway to the lake. I got my float tube, I got my poles, I got my trout bait, all my trout gear. I'm ready. I'm headed down the road, 20 minutes. And then I realized, man, I forgot my net at home. And what kind of fisherman are you if you go fishing without a net?
Right.
And I debated for about 2 miles. I'm still driving. And I'm thinking, man, it's just some little funky trout. I don't really need my net. But then again, this is Santa Ana River Lakes. And Santa Ana River Lakes holds some monster trout and catfish in it. So for about 2 miles, I debated and finally decided I better turn around and go back home and get my net.
Right.
Thank God I did. I get down to the lake, pump my float tube up, hop on it, jump out there in the water. I'm out there maybe about an hour, you know, little trout. I get one little trout bite, nothing really happening. So I ended up getting my little ugly stick, my little 5-foot ugly stick with 2-pound test on it. It got caught up on something. So I turned my float tube around. I turned my float tube around and I kick back and I get it off. It was just hung up. 5 minutes later, my little poles start bending and I grab it and I'm like, oh man, I'm just hung up again. So I snatch on it a couple times, like, what's going on, man? I'm hung up. So I start to turn around and that little 5-foot pole just start taking off. And I'm like, soon as it started doing that, I knew what it was, because this is Santa Ana River Lakes, and I know what they got inside of it.
So is this a fish?
That is the one. 40.26 on 2-pound test.
That's a fight right there.
It was 45 minutes of that big 40-pound catfish towing me around on my little boat. Thank God I had a couple witnesses on the shore that watched me the whole time, because they didn't know what was going on. They thought I had a big trout, but I knew what it was.
Man,
45 minutes, huh?
45 minutes. So
Listen.
I get this fish in.
You get that.
I get this fish in, and I didn't caught many of, I'm not bragging or nothing, but I didn't caught my share of big catfish in my life. But I ain't thinking about it, because this is on 2-pound test. I ain't thinking about it, so I take it in to go weigh it, because I just want to weigh it and then go let it go, so somebody else can catch it.
Exactly.
So I go weigh it in, and boom, I see the results, 40.26, and I'm like, oh man, that's pretty good size right there, not bad at all. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna end my day. So I jump in my car, and I'm getting ready to leave, and I was like, oh, let me post this up real quick on Facebook, just show my friends I was out here and I caught this 40-pound fish on my little 2-pound test. So I posted it. Now I'm on my way home when my phone starts ringing, and it's my good friend Andrew Mack, who's a representative of International Game Fish Association, which holds all the world records there.
Oh, wow.
So he calls me and says, hey, Rick, you just caught that fish on 2-pound test? And I was like, yeah, man. He's like, you might have the new world record.
Really?
Immediately, I'm overwhelmed with joy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a man, but a couple tears came out my eye. I was like, come on, man. Get the fish out of here. You got to be kidding me, man. And he's like, nah, man. I think you got the world record, bro. He said, I just checked, because that's what he does. He's a representative, like I said. He said, I just checked, and the current world record on 2-pound test line is 36.9 pounds. Wow. And you got a 40.26. I think you got the world record, bro.
Right here on the Wake the Fish Up podcast.
Let's get a man some
love.
Hey, I like that.
Hey, listen, tonight we're nationwide, and I'm gonna say this about Rick. This is why I'm glad you're here. I'll just show some pictures. Rick is no stranger to catching big catfish. Now listen, I fish the same waters this dude do. I come back with my limited catfish, nice catfish. He comes out with things like this. How big was this one?
I think that one was 32, I think. I don't know. I didn't caught so many big catfish. There's a lot of pictures of me at that lake with a lot of big catfish, but never on 2-pound tests.
Now, let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question, Rick.
Go ahead.
Now, people don't know, but they'll know now that your wife is an avid fishing woman and just as skilled as you.
Addicted is the word.
Can I show some pictures of her, man? Let's show.
Right? right.
Let me show another one.
Man.
Right. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question if you can still hear me, Rick.
Yeah.
Was your competitive wife impressed? That's the question.
Her feelings was a little hurt, but she was super proud. She brung another tear to my eye, because she said if anybody deserved it, it was me. Because I fish hard.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Not trying to do too much, but I don't know if you remember, about two months ago, I also broke a lake record at El Capitan. The record was 53 pounds, and I caught a 56-pounder. So I got a lake record over there, too.
Right here on the Wake the Fish Up podcast, Rick
I can't lie, I'm on the road.
You deserve it, man. World record, you deserve it. You fish, like you said, you fish hard.
I
Yes,
fish hard, man. And just to think, I almost didn't bring my net.
I'm still laughing.
Man. Hey, I'm gonna
About
show. I
45
gotta show
minutes.
one more picture of Judith real quick because I love to see her with these big old monster fish.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a big old link cut, huh?
ling a ling a
Big
ling a
old
ling a
ling
ling a
cod.
ling a
Yeah,
ling.
They don't
Now
play.
that's a ling.
They don't play.
yeah.
You know, L, I tell people all the time, our biggest argument is when we don't go fishing. She get mad. She need a snicker.
Are you gonna hang around with us for a minute?
I'm here for a minute, man. You got it. Just
Okay,
got
yeah.
home from
Listen,
work, but I'll be here.
we got Virginia, we got California. We didn't heard from. We got somebody else we about to bring in, and this is Illinois. We got Illinois in the house. This is the nationwide open mic night, and I am so excited. And we're gonna bring on my man Gordon O'Neill, Thunder Guppies. What's up, Gordon?
Hey, what up, brother?
Man, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Old dinosaur finally got linked in. I was having some trouble,
Finally
but
got you linked in.
finally got linked in.
So what state are you? Where city you in? What state you in? And tell us about the Thunder Guppies.
Well, I'm in Carbondale, Illinois. You know, Carbondale, the great state of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Guppies is my product. Trying to break into this crappie industry with some good baits to catch slab crappies. Also, pretty avid catfishman. Stripers, largemouth bass. I'm pretty much a guy who likes to fish for any kind of fish.
Nice.
Any
What is
type
your
of fish?
product?
Listen.
Tell them about your product, what it is. Thunder
Okay,
Guppy.
well, the Thunder Guppies is what we call vertical jig and lures. We make a larger size crappie jig that's basically used for brush pile fishing for crappies. In Illinois, we do a lot of brush pile fishing, especially this time of the year for the crappies, where we go out in open water. We got a lot of waypoints loaded into the GPS. We go out and find brush piles, and we just brush pile hop until we find the fish, and then the guppies, and also got a jig called a bling weenie. Uh, that's a pretty good jig too. I just recently came up with that one, and it's a pretty awesome bait. It's all handmade. Got a lot of unique colors. I mean, we do mostly a feather tail in this particular jig because I want to try to be the best feather tail jig maker producer around. We make a really good feather tail jig.
Nice. Appreciate that, brother.
But Southern
Gordon
Illinois is a
O'Neill,
great
man. I'm
place
glad you.
to. Southern Illinois is a great place to fish, man. If you guys ever come to Illinois, try to make sure you get down this way of Southern Illinois. I'm open. I got a boat. I'm ready to go at any time. I just don't have enough. I just want to say this one thing right quick. I admire you brothers for doing what you're doing. Everybody's trying to stick together. Everybody's trying to promote each other, show the fun of fishing, show the fun of friendship. Also, my man, he always mentioned about faith, family, and fishing. I believe strongly in all those things. Try to take young boys fishing and just get outdoors and enjoy something that particularly brings me joy. I mean, I like catching fish. I just like being out on the water sometimes.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
But fishing is something we should all try to teach
Man, I
somebody.
appreciate you.
Hey, brother, I got a question. What's the limit on crappie out there in Illinois?
Well, we got various lakes. That's some got slot limits, some got creel limits, and others like the lake I live in my hometown. There is no limit on size or quantity.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
So we can catch at Crab Orchard Lake. We can catch all the crappies we want to. Some other lakes they got a minimum of 25.
Right.
This one lake north of us, Wren Lake, it's got a slot limit where you can keep. I think it's 15 up to 10, and then you can only have 5 over 10.
Hmm.
But we got
Okay.
some nice fish, and I mean, only a person be greedy, because if you go out and catch 25 nice slabs, man, that's plenty of fish. You don't
And
need
that's
an
a lot of
unlimited
cleaning.
amount of them,
Yeah.
because you got to clean them, and who wants to? I used to go out and stack up a lot of fish, and I stopped doing that because I would have bags and bags of fish, and then toward the like getting into summertime, start worrying about those fish going bad. I end up giving them to people or trying to have fish fries and stuff, and it's just not worth it. I can go out and anytime have a good time, catch plenty of fish for me and my wife to enjoy, give some friends some, and not just try to rake in all of them I can every time I go.
Right.
But like I said, I've been trying to follow
So
my
how is your
brother
wife
here.
doing, Gordon? I gotta say.
My wife is doing fine. She's sitting right here on. I'm happen to be in my bedroom right now, but she's sitting on the bed with me. She's listening in right now.
Okay, I'm showing some pictures of you seeing that, right?
I'm seeing them.
This is
Yeah,
Gordon, you guys, right here. He is definitely a slayer.
yeah. I like the
And this is
catfishing.
one of his thunder guppies right here.
Yeah, that's a swim bait. I make a couple, 2 or 3 bass lures. That's one of my swim baits right there.
Nice,
And
nice,
then
nice.
I make a stinger tail, a couple spinner baits and stuff. Just
What's the
I'm
weight?
just
What's the
playing
weight
with
on
it,
those
trying to.
baits you got there?
Pardon me.
What's the weight you got on the baits? A
Oh, that
16th?
particular one he was showing there, it's got a 1/4 ounce head on it.
Oh, a quarter.
Yeah, and I make 1/8 ounce swim baits, and I also make some really nifty little spinner baits that work real good for bass and crappie and stuff. And I've been doing a lot of shows. Last weekend I did the 1st of January I did a show in Collinsville, Illinois. It was a big show. We did really well there. And then we had a show last weekend here in Marion, a town that's 15 miles from us, and we did really well there. So we getting our name out there. We had a lot of repeat customers come through, and I'm kind of excited about what's about to happen. I'm surveying right now how to introduce one of my products to Dick's Sporting Goods. That's going to be my first place major retailer that I'm going to try to get into.
Nice, nice.
There you go.
Nice.
You trying to get on
Thunder
into
guppies.
the brick and mortar
Yeah,
or,
yeah. I mean, I do
or the
some small
online
bait
space?
stores and stuff, but Dick's is a pretty big outfit, and if I just figure if I get one of my products in there, that can support my company.
True.
So Thunder Guppy, is that the name on the website? You have a website?
Yeah, my website is thunderworm.co.
Thunderworm.co.
Yeah,
Nice.
Okay.
because my company is called Thunderworm Teas and More LLC.
Mm.
But we
And
working out
I
with.
have I'm featuring Gordon. Gordon, I'm featuring
Yeah.
Gordon in one of my upcoming podcasts where it's a single thing. So it's coming up. It's coming up in March. I'm gonna have him one-on-one on here with me, and we're gonna go through all that.
Hey, look here,
So
brother.
I will be.
Before you go, I was going to tell you I bought some equipment today. I'm going to be more prepared next time. And I had your
Oh,
son with me
we've been trying to do
today.
this since. You what?
I had your son with me today, and so me and him
Okay,
working
okay.
together.
Big shout out. How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. I'm trying to keep him with me.
Hey man, my wife just brought me in. I got to hold it up.
Yep, that's one. I
Thunder
got some
Guppy.
new ones coming out.
I like that. Thunderworm, huh? I like
Listen,
that.
Thunderworm. And I got a whole pack of the baits, man. I just ain't been out on them crappie yet. My man has blessed me in a big way. I gotta put them to use.
Hey, absolutely,
Man,
man. When you get a chance, when you going out there to fish for some panfish, crappies, you might even, I don't know exactly what all I sent you, but I bet you I had a color in there, might have caught a trout.
I believe it. I
Unless your
believe it.
trouts only bite live bait, then that's a different story. But Hey, I'm just going to say I'm very happy to be on here with you fellas. I've been listening to you. I watched Mr.OhRealay and the boys are battling on the catfish. I only wish I could be in there battling with y'all sometime because I love some competition.
Man, I'm so grateful, man, that Illinois is in the house. Gordon O'Neill. Before we got my brother in Christ, my brother,
absolutely,
Fisherman, man. God bless you and your family, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Man, I'm so glad, man. My little son be hanging with him, man. Big shots out. You see my little grandson?
I've seen him in pictures. Because every time, of course, Simeon come around, his profile picture is his little man, you know. So I get a chance to see him in that way. But I'm sure one day he's get warmer here, he's gonna probably bring him over.
Grandson out there.
Because I got a little 3-year-old granddaughter. They could probably play together.
So you guys, just so you know, just so you know, out there where he's at, I used to stay out in Carbondale, Illinois. I didn't know him. I met him through my son when I was out here. But I went out there a couple of years ago, and I fished. I did a show on my YouTube channel. It's called 3 States, 2 States and 3 Lakes. I fished Crab Orchard Lake. I did Campus Lake, and we were over in Missouri. I forget the name of the lake right over there. Well, man, all I did was catch crappie. I probably caught over, you know, and I stayed out there. I probably caught like 100, 200 crappie. I was throwing them all back because I was on vacation. But man, the crappie bite is crazy. And living in the Midwest is so different than California because everywhere you turn is water. It's a levee, it's a lake. The Mississippi River's right there. It's river runoffs. Man, I used to keep my fishing pole in my car. But you got to watch out for snakes. You got to watch out for these little bugs called chiggers. You got to watch, man, they got all kind of little things you got to watch out for. It ain't like out here.
Put your bug spray on, brother. That's all I tell you.
Man, you got to fight the elements out there. You got to fight the elements out there, man. You guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. I have a little Slay or Slay. I'm about to play this right here. And all you guys are definitely certified. So I'm going to push this right here. Certified Slayers. Man, we got the certifiers on tonight. We are state to state. The nationwide open mic night is kicking off good. We got California in the house. We got Virginia in the house. We got the Midwest, Illinois in the house. We got the certified Slayer Team Sippy Cup. Rick Kizzy is blessing us with his presence in the house. That's and right. You know I got my man, Mr.OhRealay, the Lake Legends, and it's all ELD fishing, and we putting it down right here. Certified,
California
right
certified.
Are you certified?
California certified Slayers.
I got one question, homeboy. Are you certified? Are you certified?
California certified Slayers. California certified Slayers.
Are you certified? I want you guys to look at the pictures in this video. These people been putting it down. They've been certified. Are you certified? That's the question. You know who this is. This is ELD fishing. We fishing everywhere. We fishing everywhere. Y'all hear it. Get on the water, put that time in, and get your certification up. If you want to be certified, subscribe to ELD TV on YouTube and make sure you're certified. Wake up at 7 p.m. live every Monday.
Hey, nice shirt. Nice shirt.
Are you certified? Certified Slayers in the house. Definitely.
I want to ask the captain a question.
Yeah, what's going on, sir?
There you go.
So Greg, Captain Greg, you've been on the ocean a lot, right? Most of how many years you estimate?
Probably about 10 years.
And you know we got the Pacific Ocean out here, and I've been on a few boats in my time. But you're a captain now. Tell me, what is the weirdest fish you've seen out there? Because I think you've seen a mermaid. And, and what do you think about the ocean being, a lot of people think the ocean can be controlled. Just tell me about the ocean and the weirdest fish. What do you think about that?
Man, so the weirdest fish is okay, so it's not even the weirdest fish, it's like whales. Like it's something different to see them off in the distance. But when they swim under your boat and turn upside down to where you see like the stripes in their stomach, totally different like sensation. Like it really puts a perspective of how small you really are. Um, Especially being out there in the ocean. So that like that was always one of the like really freaky things that would routinely happen. You know, it'd get to the point where it would be like, oh, okay. But it would always remind you that, you're not at the top of the food chain. And then your other question, you said, what was it again, sir?
Farther's being, so you're asking me about the fish, but farthest ocean being, the ocean ate up the Titanic. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
So how
yeah,
secure should one feel out there? I mean, what do you think about that? It's its own entity. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Like it's a humbling experience. Like you definitely got to respect it, because like there's definitely no. I mean, it's not gonna say sorry, like it's gonna take everything. So you gotta definitely over prepare for it. And like I mentioned during our last podcast, like that maintenance starts when you're not fishing. Like you got to prepare up until so that you plan for everything so everything goes right, type of thing. But yeah, when you're out there on the ocean, it's humbling, but at the same time, it's like breathtaking because like no day is the same. Even if you go to the same spot, like conditions change and different scenes will come through. Like I remember we would have like turtles like the size of Volkswagens come through and just say what's up, and then the next day we'll have like 150 dolphins come through, and of course it'll ruin the fishing, but like it's just the seeing that the visual, it's one of those things that you never forget. And then there'll be days where you just see nothing but fish. It's almost to the point where you feel as if you could just walk out on them. So I love being out there. Never knowing what may uh, come across the bow of your boat. And at the same time, it's like when you can't see land anymore. It's like, oh wow. But
I got a question for you too, brother.
yeah, what's going on, sir?
Uh, as a captain, did you have a mentor, and do you have a first mate?
Yes, so I definitely have a mentor. So for the longest time, because as I mentioned before, I was, during my military service, my favorite like my favorite rank to achieve was once I made captain. Like once I made captain, that to me was like the icing on the cake of my career. Because that's what I inspired to do. Went out, had the opportunity to lead soldiers downrange, bring them back home, everybody's safe, and I knew at that point in time that it wouldn't get any better than that. So as far as like my all time mentors, like a lot of them, first off, I grew up on like Bill Dance. That was one of my, I guess you could say, childhood heroes. Like I wanted to be Bill Dance. Whenever he came on, I would sit down and it didn't matter if it was a rerun or whatever. I would sit there and try to learn and copy what he did and go out um, and try to make it happen. And then as far as our mates go, like um, to be honest with you, my first mate was my dad.
Okay.
Um, and like he's the one that really taught me everything I know as far as like the foundation of growing up in fishing and stuff. But the way in which we operate, we all our vessels are under 30 foot. So like we don't necessarily need too many like deckhands or mates on board. Um, but not to say that we won't take any of them. Like we just roll out. What about six and less? Like we cap out at six anglers. Any more than that, it just becomes too crowded. And then
So,
we just
Captain Greg, I got a question for you now.
what's going on?
So, out here on the West Coast, California, I know late spring, early summer, we target things like white sea bass, yellowtail,
Yeah.
tuna, that kind of thing. What are y'all targeting late spring, early summer out there?
So here in Virginia, like, so we'll have a run of like Spanish mackerel. They'll come through cobia. They'll be coming up. Do y'all know what cobia are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my
Okay.
fish I want to catch. That's a
Yeah.
bucket list
Okay.
fish.
So just think of a striper with a tan, but on steroids. So
Hmm.
like
Mm.
instead of being like white and black, it's black with one white stripe along its body, and they just fight until they die. So like once it hits the net, it goes berserk, and then Spanish mackerel, they come through, and of course we have like all the little pan-sized fish, the croaker, the the spot, they run through. Those are really prolific fish out here, that a lot of people like to target. And then, of course, the striper. And once we start heading offshore, that's when we'll start running into schools of the, like, we got blackfin. We don't have the big blue fins, but we'll have like little peanut mahi they'll run through too from time to time.
Hmm.
You
Nice.
Okay.
guys do a bunch of red
Man,
fishing
that's
out there?
Yes. So I specifically target like inshore species, um, especially when we're talking about like the transitional time frame, just because they're prevalent. So like the redfish, the speckled trout, the bluefish,
Mm-hmm.
um, the we got whiting out here, uh, and like we in Tog, and we have our own version of sheephead too. So
So they got a good variety of fish. Hey, brother, I wanted to say to you, man, thank you for your service, man. I mean, I don't think we acknowledge each other enough as brothers on what we do for this country,
mm,
man. And I really thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And definitely
definitely.
And any
everybody that
other
has
brothers
served.
there that's been in the service, I appreciate you because I have family members. I lost my every summer fishing buddy this year. He passed away, but
Oh
he
man, I'm
came.
sorry to hear that.
We used to come together every year for 30 years.
Wow.
And all we
Man, that's
did
a
was
beautiful
catfish
thing
him.
right there.
And all he did was talk trash about how he was going to do me when he got here. And I'm going to miss that. This will be the first year that I won't be able to fish with him.
Man, I mean, he's never really gone,
Mm.
so that's
Now, he
always
in
a
my
good
heart.
thing.
I love him. He was my brother-in-law,
Yes, indeed.
and but he was a military guy too. He was old Marine. But hey, I
Hey,
know you said something about Bill Dance. We had to send a shout out to BBD.
yes, yes, indeed.
VVD, he was on here earlier, and
Yep.
he said he had to do something. He shot a message. I want to acknowledge some people in the comments real quick before we go any further. Man, we have a lot of people showed up today, man. We go through some of these. Marcellus, okay, Vin Hard. Where do you fish? Then we got Marvin Vin Hard, Marvin Hardley. We have this young lady come in from Texas, from Sister Gals Fishing Adventures. Let me pull her up. Her name is Deona, and I was hoping she would come on tonight. Maybe she didn't get, but here she is right here. If you guys, we got Sister Gals Fishing Adventures in the house. I seen a lot nice Facebook page, YouTube channel. Check her out. Pretty soon I'm gonna get an interview with her. So man, I'm trying to reach out to people all around. Great interview with my man Rick Kizzy. We got Gordon O'Neill coming up, the one-on-one. Got Captain Gordon when we were out in Virginia with Fishing the Fit and Dwayne Murphy. Had a great interview with you guys. You guys, if the people didn't see it, go back on the YouTube channel, check it out on EOD TV, and watch it. And we're gonna take one more break. We're gonna take one more break, and then we're gonna get back with some more questions. Next week, I want to pub this up. I want to pub this right quick. Next week, I have a special guest, you guys. We will be Let me just show you the picture. Let me just show you the picture. This is, let me hit it right here. Let me just show you this. Here it go. For next week.
Hey, you gotta stop loading now with your card. Info, bro. Darling.
We got the homegirl Sharina. I call her the Indiana fishing queen, and she will be live on the podcast, man. So we have a nice interview with her coming up.
Indiana.
And that's her right there, man. She's definitely a certified slayer. She is doing her thing, and I'm just pumping that up. So you guys check back with us next week while we have this young lady. She has a show called Serena Keeping It Real. You out here, Gordon?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I just had to
Okay.
grab
We
my
got
phone.
Serena
What you
Keeping
gonna
It Real
say? But
next week.
Serena,
So you
she in
guys
my
just look out for us
neighborhood.
next week. This is the Wake the Fish Up podcast every Monday. Every Monday, something different, man. Tonight is open mic night, man. I'm thankful these brothers came through and blessed us with these stories. And we just chilling. James, it's on you. What? Kick the questions off. How y'all want to do it?
Well, right now I'm looking.
Open mic Monday.
I got another question for the captain.
Hey, what's going on, sir?
Okay, now when you first start going out on this ocean fishing, did you just stay inshore for a while and just ease your way out, or did you have enough boldness to go out in open, out in the open ocean from the beginning?
So, like I mentioned earlier, my start really happened in Hawaii. So Hawaii is very unique as far as its fishery. Is like you don't have to go very far to go like 700 feet deep. Like you could literally hop on a surfboard and paddle out 50 yards, and you're in hundreds of feet already. You can fish for marlin right there. So as far as like venturing out, like I stayed close enough where I could see shore, or close enough where I felt like I could swim back. But I was already in hundreds of feet under me, so that pretty much was like I guess you could call it a baptism by fire and trial and error. So like as soon as it was nervous once you start seeing those numbers go from 90 to 150 to 200 to 1500, and then from there 3200 feet. Yeah. So, and then, you got to there's always thought in the back of your mind, because like there's man eaters out there, and at the time in Hawaii, just because of the overall expenses of like owning a boat, we started off in kayaks, and we were we were sponsored by Hobie, which is like the premier fishing kayak as far as ocean going vessels. And so it was like pedal drive, so your hands were free. But yeah, once we hit 200-300 feet and we would hook into a yellowfin tuna, and that bad boy would just tow you around for about 35 to an hour and a half sometimes. It would remind you that you're really in their domain, at that point. So, after about a year about doing that, I was pretty confident in my abilities. And then when we came back here to the continental U.S. and we were able to get motor vessels, I mean, it was a cakewalk, from there, being on a 30-foot vessel versus a 14-foot kayak, like you get a little bold.
So is there a test for you, or you just get a boat and become a captain, or do you have to take any kind of training to become a captain?
Oh, absolutely. So like with me, Hawaii takes their ocean, anything very seriously. So typically you could get like a 2-week course anywhere in the United States, and you could get a merchant's mariner credential. In Hawaii, it's 6 months. plus it's like $1,800. So that's the process I went through to get my merchant credential, and then from there got certified 250 stowage. So I can pretty much operate a cruise ship if I chose to. I'm licensed to handle that type of vessel, and then from there now we just have a variety of center consoles, deep V's that we take people out.
So is it just you, or you got a crew, or you got some partners that own the boats with you?
So like how we operate under our business plan is we don't necessarily have employees, we have partners. You know, for that aspect, you know, everybody could pretty much operate their own entity, and then from there do what they need to in order to facilitate the biggest profit or, you know, contribution to the community, without me having to sit there and be like, no, you're going to do it my way, because everybody has their own way to be successful, you know. So in our experience, it's just easier for other people to fish the way in which they're comfortable and find most successful. So we partner up with everybody, you know. Plus, at that point, you know, it's less of a liability as far as maintenance goes because they own all their vessels. They just pretty much just use our name or like our umbrella for like connections or whatnot, and then from there we just work together.
That's good. Working together is great.
Absolutely. Captain Greg.
Real quick question. Tell them where you're based at. You're everywhere now. You're expanding. Can you tell them where you're at?
Absolutely. So me personally, I'm in Newport News, Virginia. That's where I charter my boats out of Newport News. Pretty much everything west of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and then every now and then we'll venture east, you know, in pursuit of like blackfin or mahi mahi once they come in. But yeah, I'm in Virginia.
So you're near Chesapeake Bay. You got stripers up there, don't you?
Absolutely. Right now, like that's the name of the game is stripers and crappie right now. Yellow perch too. They're coming through pretty heavy, but yeah, name of the game right now are stripers.
I want to say what's up to Valencia Ramonica Reese in the house, and that's Texas. We got Texas that showed up, and Deanna, man. Texas is in the house. Again, this is Open Mic Monday. We have Rick Kizzy in the house, and Gordon O'Neill and Captain Greg. But we ain't done yet.
I got a question.
We ain't done yet.
I got a quick question for Rick.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Man, how was Alaska? That fishing trip, real quick, because I know my man got something. But tell me real quick about Alaska. That's a dream place to go.
Man, I wish I had them pictures ready.
Dude, that's my dream too, brother.
You know, that's what I tell people all the time. People who don't know about fishing, every fisherman's dream place to go is Alaska. That is like the mecca of fishing. There's no place like Alaska. Everything out there is giant. The halibut, the salmon, the lingcod, the black bass. I'm going to tell you right now, I fish a lot of lakes out here in California and throughout the country. We go to a lot of different lakes. But the only fish we really catch and keep is our fish from Alaska. Because those are the best tasting fish in the world to me. Right. My freezer right now is full of halibut and salmon and lingcod and yellow eye and all that stuff from Alaska. It lasts us the whole year. That's why we try to go back at least once a year.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, we love Alaska,
is
man.
The dream
We'll be going back in July.
Yesterday, what do I want to...
So is Alaska...
I'm so jealous of Rick. Listen, Rick and Judith, not only do they fish Alaska, not only do they catch big monster catfish, they will be in the mountains in rivers catching the most pretty trout, so rare. You know what I'm saying? Just what the fish probably don't even get, but just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. All they be doing is so big, so much, man. That's why I'm so glad to have them on here. And Rick, the next time you come on, man, you said you was gonna tell me about the plant boards.
The planer boards, yeah. How we do our catfishing. We're using planer boards and demon dragons, drifting and trolling for catfish.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow.
drill for cats all the time,
I
but
gotta
I've been
get that
intending to
game.
use planer boards. I bought 2. I haven't used them yet, but I intend to.
Planer boards are the best thing you can use when you have more than one person on the boat and you're trolling, because those planer boards move your baits out away
Away
from the
from the
boat.
boat. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 2. I'm gonna use
So
them
you
for
said we
crappie
gonna get
fishing
that. We're
this
gonna be
year
right
too, to
back.
catch some big crappie.
Big crappie. You guys, we're gonna hold up. We'll be right back in 1 second.
Man, we are out here having a ball.
Subscribe to ELDT.
Look at
You
these.
guys, subscribe. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to LA, California that is. Y'all wanna do some fishing? Well y'all, it's a different type of fishing show. Y'all in LA now, we doing it California style. You gotta stay strapped. You gotta grab that weapon, grab your ammunition, grab your reels and your rods, cause you're riding with your boy. Energy, love, and dedication. Let's go fishing.
It is a yellowtail, dog. Oh, yellowtail.
Nice. Yellowtail.
Yeah.
Hey Rick, I wanted to ask you a question since we back.
Shoot.
I know you in California, right?
Yeah.
So it's not as expensive for you to go to Alaska from California as it would be for me here in Illinois, right?
I mean, that's just the airfare. The Alaska is still, depending on where you go, it's pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the airfare is minimal compared to the lodges you want to stay at.
Okay. So would a
Yeah.
person going for the first time be better off to go like on a cruise or some kind of a tour? I know they got a train.
Well, they
Tour.
do have cruises that go over there all the time. I mean, that don't necessarily entail fishing, but cruises are really nice. They take you by a lot of nice glaciers, and Alaska is just a beautiful place, man. You cruising through the ocean and the harbors, and you're seeing all kind of wildlife, seals, bears, caribou, moose. It's just, oh man, there's no place like Alaska. I love it, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. If I could stay anywhere else other than California, it would be Alaska, because it is just beautiful out there, man.
Well, I believe you, because that's one of my dream trips. So I hope me and my wife are talking about it now, so we might try to do it. I don't know, we might jump up and just go ahead and try to do it soon.
Yeah, I would
We've been thinking
definitely put
about
that on your bucket list, man. Like you said, even if you go on a cruise and just to see what it looks like. I mean, Alaska ain't all about, it's just snow and it's cold, and it ain't all. Alaska look just like Virginia or Texas or Illinois, man. It's just another state. It has its months, its summer months, its winter months, and like I said, it's just a beautiful, beautiful place, man.
Well, that's
Hey,
a
you guys,
dream.
listen. That is definitely a dream, man. Alaska, another place where a dream of mine is Brazil. After I see them guys catching them peacock bass down in the Amazon,
Yeah.
and I see them doing it in Florida now. They didn't transfer them up there, but man, when I seen Shan them hitting them down in the Amazon River on lures this big, top water, peacock bass was crushing them. Before we go, you guys, the first trip that I went fishing this year, I did a tackle box talk, and tackle box talk is something that I do. It's a time that I give a little thought. Usually, things is going on in my life, or I just look at the good and the blessings that God gave me. But I want to hit this tackle box talk. I've been holding it off. It's only about a minute long before we get out of here. And check me out. I'm actually on the waters end. That day I caught them catfish that was small compared to Rick's. 40-pound catfish. Man, I'm catching some little 4 or 5 pounders. I came home with them 2 catfish. I cleaned them up. My father and my mom got one. They ate for a couple days. Me and my wife got one, and we ate. And then I come back here feeling all good. And man, at least I didn't strike out. And then I look at Rick's post, and I'm like, man, I didn't miss the catfish. So hold on, y'all. We're going to be right. Check out Tackle Box Talk. Tackle Box Talk. This is my first Tackle Box Talk of 2023. Today I'm out in Santa Ana River Lakes. And I just want you guys to know that God is good all the time. Love your family members, man. Let your family, your mother, your father, if you're blessed to have them, your siblings, your children, your spouse, your friends. Remember, tomorrow isn't promised to us. We only have today. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. That's my first Tackle Box talk of 2023. We'll have more. You guys have a blessed day.
Beautiful, brother.
Yes, sir. I agree with that totally, wholeheartedly. Because I ask myself a lot of times, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, somebody tell me where would I be?
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But man, I tell you
You
what,
guys,
this is a good.
I'm grateful. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying this is a great thing that we got going here amongst us talking fishing. And man, if you guys ever in anywhere near Illinois, come try by Carbondale, I'll put you up. I'll take you fishing, whatever you want to do, because this kind of thing here is something I've always wanted to be a part of. Just some brothers trying to do the right thing. They're trying to fish. They're trying to promote fishing. They're trying to enjoy the outdoors, and it's just a great thing.
That's right.
100%.
So
yeah.
hopefully we can
Man,
keep it
well,
up.
thank all you brothers tonight, man. That's what this platform right here is for, man. What I'm really trying to do, man, I want us to make a connection, and fishing and this platform and this show and going out, man. I've met people like Rick Kizzy. I've met people like Ray Johnson. I've met so many people, man, that I build a connection with, man. I met friends, and I know a lot of people back in their life, man, from hanging on the block, from growing up in LA, from doing this, man, and I got some homies. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like the type of people that I meet fishing, man, it's like quality people, and God put me around Team Sippy Cup, around men, around women
Like that.
that we have. We're going to first give God the glory, man, and we're going to keep this going. So I thank everybody from every state. I'm looking for the next open mic Monday, probably coming in the month of March or April, man, and we're going to have more people from more states. Thank you guys. Captain Greg, Virginia, Gordon O'Neill, Illinois, Rick Kizzy, California, my man, Mr.OhRealay, Lake Legends, holding it down, ELD
really?
TV, ELD. Thank you
building.
guys for waking the fish up.
Hey guys,
Great
go on
time.
TikTok, look up Thunder Guppies if you want to see my fishing prowess.
I'm gonna do
There
that.
you go.
Thunder
Yeah,
Guppies on
everybody shout out
TikTok.
their YouTube. Greg, tell yours. Your
So in
social media, what else you
YouTube,
got?
so dragtakerfishing.com if you want to book a charter, buy any merch, whatnot. YouTube, Captain Greg Brown, TikTok, Drag Taker Fishing, Facebook, Captain Greg Brown. Yeah, just Google Drag Taker Fishing. We should pop up.
Hey guys, I'm Go Black Angler at yahoo.com, man. Send me anything you got. send me your email. We can kind of keep this thing going through emails. We can send each other emails something every now and then if we just try to, trade each other's email and keep up like that.
100%.
That'd be
That's
great.
right.
Hey, you guys, we
That's
got some
right.
messages in here too. Let me go
Wait,
through them real quick because I
let
want
me
the
let him
people out here to know that we are with you guys.
No, I just said,
So
let's
you,
make
James,
sure
what
that
were you saying?
real quick. Let's make sure Kizzy, Mr. Rick Kizzy, tell them where they can find you also.
Really just on Facebook, Rick Kizzy, Team Sippy Cup. I'm on Instagram, Rick Kizzy, Kizzee. So yeah, if you guys ever want to see what we do, just check us out. We do a lot of tournament fishing. We got a tournament coming up in April. We're going to practice for it next week. Going up north to Clear Lake, California, one of California's
Clear
top
Lake.
fisheries.
That's where the
Yeah,
big crappies at, man.
Big
they
crappie.
they
That's where the
catching 3
monsters.
pounders right now all day long.
Hey, that's another bucket list place for me as a crappie jig designer. Clear Lake. I watched videos on Clear Lake, and I've seen some of the biggest crappies I ever saw come out of
The
that lake.
biggest ones I ever seen in my life are up there in Clear Lake.
Yes, sir. And I want to try to get there one day. I might have to get Eldridge there, and we might have to plan us a trip to Clear Lake. I come
That's
this way,
why I'm
we go
trying
to
to get
Clear
your
Lake.
information so I can use some of those thunderworms up there.
All right, hey, just
there you
look
go.
me up. Just go Black Angler, go Black Angler at yahoo.com. Hit me up with a email, and I'll send you something.
Got you. I'm gonna do that, brother.
I want people to have fish with thunder guppies and bling weenies all over the country.
That's right.
All over the country.
That's right.
Gordon O'Neal. Listen, so we have Ray Johnson stepped up in the house. Said a great show, man. That everybody's looking good. Great show. Anthony Tanner stepped in the house. He said those planter boards are the best. I heard. Thanks for the information, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Deanna Lewis, Mr. Gals, Fishing Adventures. I think this is for Gordon. She said try to go with someone in the military so you can stay on a base hotel.
Oh,
I guess you can save some money that way.
Is that Alaska?
Judith Palmer. And Judith says she liked that tackle box talk. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Judith, so much. Marvin gave one out. He said 557 round trip from Long Beach, California to Anchorage, Alaska, 7 days.
Okay.
Man, we want to thank everybody for stopping through, man. Again, I really appreciate you, brothers, man. You guys check back with us next week when we will have Sharina from Indiana in the house. She's definitely keeping it real. This young lady right here, she is definitely a slayer of fish up there, doing her thing, and we will have her inside the cave. And Judith says she's glad some women are being represented. So Deanna from Sister Gals, get at me. Females, get at me. I'm trying to we're gonna have a ladies' night, and I'm gonna need Judith to host it with me. Okay.
Nice.
We're gonna do a ladies' night.
She got plenty of pictures.
You
She
guys,
got
man,
plenty
have
of
a
pictures.
blessed one.
Hey, I'm looking here.
Man, I don't even erase y'all pictures.
I'm looking over here seeing us have 5 screens. I hope next time we have 10. The whole screen.
We can do it.
People.
Nice.
Absolutely. I'm saying I would like to see this thing grow. I'm gonna do my best to help.
God bless you.
Because I believe in what you're doing,
who's
brother.
Watching it, share this.
Yep.
Share this on your platform. Definitely subscribe to ELD TV on YouTube. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to do a subscriber drive or something. I got to get up to that 1,000 to get monetized. You guys work with your California cousin. I tell everybody in every state, it's your California cousin. I don't care if you're in Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. Man, we family. ELD Fish.
That's right.
Holla at your boy. We will see you next week on the Wake the Fish Up podcast.
Wake the fish up. Wake the fish up. Wake the fish up.
We fishing everywhere, and I invite you to the Wake the Fish Up podcast every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Coast, baby.
All right, brothers. I'm about to get up out of here, but I just want to say one last thing. When you're out there fishing, keep what you're gonna eat, but also practice catch and release to sustain the fishery for the younger generation.
Absolutely. 100%. And everybody out there on that water, always be safe.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Make sure you got all your safety equipment.
God
and watch the weather.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
We out.
All right.
All right, brothers.